Good morning and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, May 6th, 2021, episode number 683 of Hard Factor. I'm Will. We got Mark, Pat, Wes, and also Bubba producing. And it's a beautiful Thursday where at the end of this episode, you're going to catch a talk with a altcoin cryptocurrency expert, Danny from Rechain. Pat, what's Danny's last name?
Yeah, Danny Manoloff. And he's going to give us his picks on the next altcoin to blow.
Danny's going to make us all some money. Danny money off.
Yeah, Danny Money Hands. Danny Diamond Hands is gonna teach you how to use altcoins, and it is a conversation worth sticking around for. So stick around for that. A couple things before we get going into the news stories, fellas. JMark 1124. He followed. Remember, I was saying I'm doing Fat Boy Summer, but also intermittent fasting.
Right.
Yeah.
He came up with the best name ever for that. Intermittent feasting.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
that's a Fat Boy Summer way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my new diet plan. But also, speaking of Fat Boy Summer, we have to address Will Smith.
Please let me address this bullshit.
Yes, Will Smith, the actor from Aladdin and the remake, Gemini Man.
I didn't realize we were going to say this guy's name anymore.
Well, I also named Will Smith, so it's going to be hard to
this guy's, though.
Fucking chill. Stolen valor. What a shameless piece
Calorie
of shit.
con artist.
So he's uninvited officially from Fat Boy Summer. Nobody, it's a hurtful time for us. Nobody bring up him to us at all.
You know, if you don't know what happened, right? So we were super stoked. If you listened to the show earlier this week, right? He was part of the movement. He joined Fat Boy Summer. He posted that photo. He said, "Never been in worse shape in my life." We're like, cool. This is.
But
awesome.
He was smiling. He was showing off his belly. It seemed like he was like cool with being a little bit.
It seemed like
welcome to the club, Will. And you know what? We could use this, right?
Yeah.
Fat guys and fat girls both.
We needed that. We needed that.
Could use it. And then guess what?
Exciting.
It was a stunt.
It was a fucking publicity stunt
to make money on a weight loss show that he's already recorded. And right now, probably today, he's in incredible shape right now. That picture was like from 3 weeks ago when he gained like 20 pounds and he's already shredded it off for a stupid fucking video series.
Got fat on purpose.
And he wasn't even that fat. So it's not going to be that impressive when he loses the weight.
And then
he drank some water.
Now he's posting other fat boys that are hitting him up.
But they're not even that fat either. There's like a couple of fat guys.
I want those guys in Fat Boy Summer, not fucking.
Those guys should be hitting us up, not fake ass Will Smith who's
now they're in on his fitness movement. He hates fat people now. It's terrible.
It's weight appropriation. I'm just saying.
Well, look, let's move past it. Today is Second Friday, right?
Friday.
I'm on the way to the beach. I got the blue Fat Boy Summer on. I got that. And while you're listening to this, I have my fucking toes in the sand in the beach.
That's nice. Also nice, today's observances, it's no diet day. So it looks like I don't have to intermittent fast today. Also, no homework day and beverage day. So it's a power day today on Thursday, Second Friday. Nice.
Tough luck for Will Smith. Not his favorite day.
Yeah, he can't do any of that. He just has to do homework, which is working out all night long. So let's move on from him. He's done. He's in the rearview mirror. Never again in Fat Boy Summer. You guys ready? You guys ready to hop into it?
Yeah.
All right, let's do the news. And let's go to the Daily Buzz. Number 5 today, following up from yesterday again on something else. Facebook did decide to keep the Donald Trump ban intact. So Donald Trump no longer not allowed back on Facebook or Instagram. But what Trump did after that, he made, or right around the same time Facebook made that decision, he made a new Twitter account for his Desk of Trump website. So like he created a Twitter account because he's going to post, I guess,
loophole.
the post from kind of a loophole, which that then trended for Jack to take it down with like a hashtag remove Trump Jack. I believe that was the hashtag. And then Jack did it. So the cancel mob cried to Jack, and Jack was like, "Thank you. I am your overlord, and I will protect your eyes" on Twitter. So that's how the internet works now. If you haven't seen Demolition Man, now's a good time to check it out. Menthol bans, all the meanies being canceled, so you can't see it. Your precious little eyeballs. So okay, there we go. That's number 5. Censorship alive and well.
But did you see that essentially the fucking board, the Facebook board, was like, here's our decision. Zuckerberg, you got to own this, man. Like they were essentially being like, "We're not going to do."
They put it on him. You. Yeah, good.
Yeah, they put it back on
good.
him. They put it right back on him. It was like, "This is you need to explain."
He's in his little room. He's in his little room that has the escape pod.
Right, yeah,
making the decision in case anyone comes to kidnap him. He's got his little escape pod room.
Cancel mob never been healthier than it is today. Congrats to them. Number 4, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin clarified his intentions to upgrade. Yeah, very certified unit to upgrade the technical capabilities of the U.S. Armed Forces under his leadership. He's trying to go more high tech than previous secretaries of defense.
Why doesn't he just show up to everyone's front door, all the other countries' front doors, and just stare at them? I mean,
you think he could go
low tech?
He could go low tech if he wanted to.
He's a monster.
Yeah, but what he wants to do, he wants to create an quote unquote internet of military things and focus on space and cyberspace, which probably chaps the asses of all the people who
he can
on the
see
Space Force
when he looks up.
Yeah, specifically to combat China. Who is advancing rapidly in these areas as well, space and cyberspace. Of course, the Pentagon clarified that it's not only for China that they're doing this, but to be best suited to defend ourselves against all potential threats, but especially China. Number 3, speaking of China and the DOD, that Chinese rocket, Mark, that you told us about earlier in the week that's just floating around the globe waiting to drop somewhere. Yep, it's expected to drop to Earth on Saturday now so that we have a time, but we still don't have a place. The DOD says they won't know where it will drop until it breaks into the atmosphere, so we'll only get an hour or two notice.
Boy, I hope it doesn't hit Port Aransas where I'll be drinking Mai Tais and pina coladas.
Yeah, that
would be awkward.
Good news for you, Mark. The U.S. East Coast is the most likely landing spot if it does hit the continental U.S., but I hope that doesn't happen at all. Hopefully that just falls in some water somewhere. Stop dropping rockets all over the globe, China. Number 2,
coming. 10 more rockets next 12 months.
Yeah, they don't like those controlled landings, do they? Number 2, the UEFA Champions League final is an all EPL final, as we foreshadowed last week, with Chelsea smashing Real Madrid to move on to face Man City in the final. That's going to be on May 29th. Never a doubt. The EPL is basically already the Super League, so what's the point of making a new Super League? You know, when you have a dominant league like that, it's like the SEC in college football. They're dominating European soccer.
Hard to argue this year.
And number 1, another follow-up. Look at this. Peloton. They finally took Mark's advice, and more importantly, the advice of the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission that they gave to them back on April 17th, and recalled their treadmill that killed one 6-year-old child and injured 70 other people or pets inside the home, including 29 other kids, before they finally pulled the plug on the product this week. They pulled it off the market, and they're offering a refund.
Really weird statement from the CEO like a couple weeks ago when he was like, we're absolutely not recalling it, and this is being a bully. The consumer companies bullying us, the U.S. consumer. Look, he should have, first of all, recalled it immediately, and then his wording should have been like, we're so sorry about the deaths, we're looking into it. I'm not going to recall it ever, which he obviously was always going to do when he finally was forced to do it.
He wasn't in his brain. That's the thing.
I know, but he was surrounded. It always was going to happen. He's an idiot.
I don't think he wanted to not recall it.
He must be a terror is what's going on. He's the type of CEO that he listens to no one. That's the situation. Right. There's all yes people there who were afraid to be like, what's his name? Brian, Kevin, Steven, Dave.
I don't know. Yeah, David.
Hey, fit guy. You should really recall this Peloton thing that's killing people. And he's like, no, it's perfectly designed.
What do you think, Brian? He says no too, right? Like, yeah, you're right. It's all yes men over there. And maybe
must be yes men when he made the fat shaming ads that they're known for. That was the first time people found out about Peloton, was when they made the fat shaming ads. Really not surprising to me at all. They seem like objectively terrible human beings over at the Peloton company, but at least they took their child death trap off the market finally, and that's the buzz.
So. Nice.
And today's buzz was brought to you by Manscaped's new Lawnmower 4 ball hair trimmer. I've got the 3. And I didn't think it was possible to improve on, but Manscaped did it with the Lawnmower 4. The 3 is absolutely incredible. It's got the light. It's got all the features you could possibly need, but the 4 is somehow even better. What makes this trimmer different than all the other trimmers? A new multifunction on-off switch can engage a travel lock upgrade created for people who like to travel and also trim their balls at the same time. The Lawnmower 4.0 gives you the ability to turn on the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. That's even stronger spotlight than the last one, I guess.
I needed a hand, and my wife was so impressed by the spotlight.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. It's the only one I know of with a spotlight.
It's the best. She was like, and she used to like cut hair, and she was like, "This is the best fucking trimmer."
Well, it's fucking awesome too for dads because once you become a dad, you're always asking your kids to hold the flashlight whenever you're trying to do something complicated, and it could just get you in a lot of trouble. So I'm really glad that you don't have, you know what I'm saying.
She kept complimenting the trimmer like every 5 seconds.
You also don't have to stare at yourself. Like I shave my balls in complete darkness because I don't like to look at myself while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So
the only
makes
thing
it a lot easier.
yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier to do that. And looks wise, it's sleek with a two-tone matte and gloss finish, even features in a hot foil stamped black chrome Manscaped logo on the back. It's incredible looking. Show that mower off loud and proud. The optimized Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer is waterproof. That's incredible. So you can groom in the shower and not have to worry about making a mess on the bathroom floor. Did I mention wireless charging? The Lawnmower 4.0's new wireless charging system uses electromagnetic induction, which can help lengthen the battery life. If you're still trimming your face with your ball trimmer, it's time to make some changes. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code HARDFACTOR at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code HARDFACTOR, all one word. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Whew, indeed. All you need is love. Love is a battlefield. I believe in a thing called love. I'll make love to you. It must have been love. And love has won. Do you guys recognize that last one?
No.
Love has won what?
Feel like making love?
That's a song sung by the batshit crazy lunatics at the Love Has Won cult. You remember them, right?
No.
So many cults. Refresh.
I will. Carlos, I believe, sent this in on Discord. Thank you. Here's a summary of the Love Has Won cult, Pat. Their beliefs are they have quasi-new age beliefs with the goal of healing Gaia, or the Earth, and ascension of the planet with a focus on astrology, weather patterns, and medicine. And get this, this will shock you, they sell junk science nutritional supplements like Alex Jones to make money, as well as steal fortunes from their new recruits and brainwash them and have a thing for child and animal abuse. So they play some of the real classic hits over there at Love Has Won.
Pretty much like all cults.
Yep.
I mean, that's a classic cult list right there, if I've ever heard one.
Boom,
That's just what a cult does.
Yep. Yeah. Nailed them. They really hit them all. But while love may have won, their leader, who demanded she be called Mother God or Mom by her subjects, former McDonald's manager Amy Carlson, has lost her life.
Mother God or Mom. There's a huge breath there between Mother God and Mom. Mom, normal. Mother God,
I think Mom. I think her friends, like the higher ups, call her Mom, and the new recruits call her Mother God. But she's dead, so who can call her whatever the fuck you want? The enlightened spiritual leader's body was found by officials in Colorado recently, and we'll get to what they discovered soon enough. It's okay, though, because Carlson was believed to have been living through her 504th reincarnation that she'd been trying to save humanity for 19 billion years through those 534 reincarnations. And you know what?
What a scam. That's a great scam.
And she's soon to lead 144,000 chosen ones into a new mystical dimension. So good for those followers. One follower who goes by
making
Hope.
Up numbers. There's not that many years or followers involved.
Look, Pat, you're obviously not going to go to the mystical dimension.
No, that's a great scam. That's a great scam.
Oh, Pat would get kicked out so quick of a cult. He would just be questioning everything.
Well, because he would try to be leader. Pat would try to take it over immediately.
Yeah. Well, he's already questioning Mother God. I don't know what he's doing questioning Mother God. One follower known as Hope said, Mom was just in full consciousness for her whole life. So, you wouldn't get it. Love Has Won has an active YouTube page, which sadly has more subscribers than we do. Please subscribe to Hard Factor's YouTube page right now. And one of the videos claimed recently that Mother God is the queen of the mystical lost continent of Lemuria, and that Donald Trump is her father. That's their most recent video that Bubba just put up. It's called.
Is that her?
No, she's dead, Wes. It's called. This was from like today or yesterday. Their most recent video was titled "Daily Energy Update." May 4th, 2021. Mama's energy radiates, and it's about Mother God dying, and it has 27 thumbs up and 80 thumbs down. It's an hour and a half.
Yeah, but pretty good traction on YouTube for being a weird ass
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
I'll
I'm
ask
saying.
again.
They invested a lot of effort in that.
A lot of
They
those
did.
people are probably pedophiles looking for the other stuff they do, like animal abuse. And
How do I
child
join?
abuse.
How do I join the cult? Where's the
there's
kids?
got to be something I can find that stuff here.
Where are all the kids at?
Right.
Carlson, Mother God, R.I.P., was described by former member Andrew Prophecy, who she allegedly fucked a lot while he was a teenager. He described her as a mean drunk. He said she probably drank 8 or 9 highball glasses of vodka a night, and she'd turn into somebody else. She would become angry. She would talk smack and just be very bitter about things, yelling and cussing, he said. So she was a real peach, this Mother Goddess that demanded that everyone pamper her.
Well, you know, when you've been fighting for the freedom of all humanity for 19 billion years, that's a lot of pressure.
You get a little bit impatient.
You got to take the edge off. Yeah.
Those idiots. You've been fucking it up for 19 billion years, you morons. She also allegedly locked children in cupboards and quote unquote roughed up a cat or two. So no word yet on if her death involved foul play. Sounds like she was just a lovely woman with no enemies, probably. But what is known about her death is her weird ass followers removed her eyeballs, put glitter makeup on her face, and wrapped her in Christmas lights. They fucked with her body so much that they couldn't fingerprint ID her, the officials and authorities, and her teeth were poking through and sticking through her lips. So I don't know how they managed to do that. She was also stuffed in a sleeping bag and was in the back room of an apartment that was visible from the hallway because the door was open. And in the apartment was living a 13-year-old and 2-year-old where they lived and could see Mother Goddess just like.
She sounds like a mummy.
Eyes missing. Yeah, they mummified her. They mummified her. Yeah. Well, she's got to get ready for the next life. 7 members of the cult have been arrested for and charged with abuse of a corpse and 2 counts of child abuse for making the kids like watch.
How does this work? How does it work? Why does she need to be mummified if this is her like 80th reincarnation? I don't understand.
I don't know. We'll go on YouTube.
Wouldn't they just find her again and they don't have to mummify her?
She'll find them.
Oh, maybe she finds her mummied body and that whoever stumbles on it, that's the next one.
Well, something to do with the eyeballs, too, because those are missing.
That
Mother God, it's some of the eyes. Mother God entered her 535th reincarnation sometime in April, according to coroners who said she looked dead for weeks when they found her body on April 28th. So,
could she have been dead for weeks?
I mean, she died sometime in April, and they just fucking stuffed her in the back of a room, and then finally someone like called somebody, or they were like they sound a little weird on the YouTube recently. Where's Mother Goddess? And someone went over to the house and found her mummified ass. But yeah, that's love has won. Don't
when
join
you're
that.
Dead in your house is a pretty strong corration between how well liked you are and how quickly they find your body. I find like. Right.
Yeah. Well, what are you saying? Like people that aren't well liked, they like to like fuck with the body.
I'm saying if you die in your house, right? If you're dead in your house,
right.
And it takes a month for someone to find you, then yeah.
Yeah, but Pat, these people.
That was all. She was all they had.
But
though.
she
Those
was
were the only they knew.
No, they didn't want to let her go, Pat.
You're right. In most cases, like if like a old person's dead in the apartment and didn't have a family or friends that checked in on them, but she had multiple people living in the house, like going into the room and like saying weird prayers and shit to her.
She had
thousands and thousands of followers.
She
didn't have like tennis friends,
right?
Yeah.
She was hammered and she was like, if you don't fucking mummify me after I die.
Friends. Okay, I got it. All right. Guess what, guys? I've got the Bird Dog shorts here, the Teddy Rubskins, and I've got the Bird Dog swimsuit here, the classic swimsuit, and I'm bringing them both to the beach. I'm going to be a bird dogging son of a gun in the sun, #1, triple the fun. I'm not done. These fucking shorts and pants from Bird Dogs are the most comfortable shorts in the world. They didn't tell me to say that. I'm just saying it because they are. The shorts have a built-in, silky soft inner liner that makes underwear obsolete. You don't need to go searching for a pair of worn-out undies, fellas. Just hop out of the shower, dry off, throw in the Bird Dogs, and you're good for like 24 hours minimum. The most comfortable 24 hours of your life. I'm not lying. Apparently, they stole Lululemon's designer, and now they're just doing it better. Lula losers. Am I right? For Lululemon. If you're not wearing Bird Dogs this summer, this fat boy summer, then what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you're making a mistake.
Seriously. I've got mine on right now. Again.
Yeah, I'm so excited to put these in the bag and head to the beach. Oh, and you're not going to believe this giveaway. Go to birddogs.com, enter promo code FACTOR, and they'll throw in a free pair of Bird Dogs rubber ventilated shoes. They're just Crocs. We're not supposed to say that for legal reasons, but they're just Crocs, right? That's birddogs.com, promo code FACTOR, and boom, free pair of Crocs. Bird Dog rubber ventilated shoes with your pair of Bird Dogs. You will not take these things off, I promise you.
Yeah.
Ain't coming
Why
off.
don't you relax, Mark, with a little bit of Caliper CBD? Who says taking care of yourself needs to be hard? What's great about CBD, guys, is that it helps you feel better without making drastic changes to your routine. You know the brand. It's Caliper.
You're damn
It's
right.
the best. There's no better way to consume CBD. Clinical tests have proven that Caliper absorbs 450% more effectively in your body. That's friggin' insane. I don't even know how they did that. I rock Caliper CBD in the evening in my hydro flask, and then I let it chill me off to sleep. I also now rock it in my protein drink. I drink now that I work out, because I work out. So
Nice. I take it mid-show to forget about the buzz stories that always depress me.
Yep, and it works. So yeah, it works.
Yeah,
There's
it
no
does.
weird. Well, I'm just saying, because then we give the stories, so you, the listener, can forget about Will's segment, if that's what he's saying, by
Well-
getting Caliper.
No, doing the research of them depresses me, and then I try to formulate them into a more acceptable format. Yeah,
Will
thank
likes
you for
to be upset when he's giving the news, but then when he's done, he needs to cool down with some Caliper.
Yeah, cool it down, guys. And it's THC free. All the goodness of CBD, no high. They come in 20 milligram packets. It's perfectly portioned. No weird taste. No oily residue. They're a delight. And you get 20% off your first order if you use promo code FACTOR at trycaliper.com/factor. That's Caliper with a P. And you can even get 30 days risk-free, but you won't need that. So trycaliper.com/factor. Don't forget FACTOR, the promo code, to get 20% off your first order.
Nice. Do we want to get into the interview with the coin guy, or you want me to do this?
You got a
last
story?
one?
Do a
I
story.
got a story.
quick.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Just when you think it's a good idea to pack up and move to Russia, you get news like
What?
this. Yeah, you get news like the stuff I'm about to share with you, and those plans go out the window. What am I going to do now? I can't move to Russia. So you see, I stumbled across this article about a Russian dissident, Andrei Borovikov, who was sentenced to 2.5 years in a Russian prison for uploading to social media a pornographic music video by the German metal band Rammstein. So here they are.
Du
Look at that.
hast me?
Yeah, du hast mich gefragt. They're going to be at the Meadowlands Arena like in 2 months.
Yeah, they got the you know you're hardcore when you got like bloody like dolls in your band video hanging from ropes.
You know the song. You hate.
You hate me.
Du hast.
Oh,
Du
wow.
hast me.
mich. Du hast mich gefragt.
Talk about needing some Caliper CBD. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After-
Du hast mich concert.
After that
They
show,
have
Jesus.
staying power too. I mean, that song came out when we were in middle school, and they're literally playing Giant Stadium.
I got a hand job to that song.
Look, I mean, look, they have a good time. Anyway, I guess the
makes me so.
You hate me. Yeah.
Are there any dicks I can jerk off?
that happened at a Rammstein
He
concert.
said he got a hand job.
No, I like a basement.
Du hast.
Oh,
It's
during
an
that song.
intense hand job.
Yeah.
That is
Just keep going, Wes. Just
Was
keep
it
going.
totally raw at the end?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it was just me giving it to myself.
All right. Anyway, I guess the incident happened 6 years ago. This person was denounced by a coworker last September, and this guy was the former coordinator for Alexei Navalny's Arkhangelsk headquarters. So he was found, quote, to have distributed pornographic materials on the internet. So boom, 2.5 years, probably never to be seen again for some porn. So what's interesting is that I found that Putin is not a porn guy. Okay, I don't know if you guys knew this. In fact, it appears he hates it so much that several months ago he passed some very harsh laws against porn over there, basically giving the state authority to regulate all sexual material on the internet. And if porn does not have some kind of cultural value, you can face up to 6 years in prison.
Cultural
for sharing.
value.
Yeah, like Cuties is huge in Russia. And look,
Really?
I knew Russia wasn't the
Not
freest.
porn, West. It's art.
Yeah, it's got cultural value, so it's fine in Russia. So basically, what's happening here's the theory is that Putin is weaponizing porn over there, right? So there's no like actual definition of what porn is, and there's no like set law about like what's illegal. So he can pretty much, and the state has total fucking control over everything that goes on.
So he can call anything porn.
He can call. Well, he knows that every man is going to have porn.
He makes all the money off of porn.
No, he knows that every man is going to have some porn on his computer eventually. So if someone is, goes against him, all he's got to do is because the government has access to everyone's information. Like they require these social media sites like Twitter, anyone that they're allowed to maintain like a cloud of the information that the government just has full access to. Like they require this in Russia. So basically, if Putin doesn't like someone, he just goes, all right, what do you got on this guy? Porn. Okay, let's give him, 2.5 years, 3 years, whatever it is. And then they're in fucking prison. He just needs 5 minutes. On the
flight over there, once I got into Russian space, my laptop and phone would just start lighting off some alarms.
Yeah.
Just from having too much porn.
You watch a lot
of
of
all the porn. Yeah.
Will you save it on there? He can nab you for just having porn, like homemade porn on your phone, probably.
No, man. I miss the days of downloading videos, just having a stable. It was limited, not too many choices.
Nice hard drive.
Yeah, but sometimes you didn't know what you were going to get on the end product.
You never knew because it was literally just text descriptions on LimeWire or Morpheus.
Sometimes it was just like fake text descriptions, and then it was just like a guy shitting or something.
Jenna Jameson full video.
No, it wasn't Jenna Jameson.
You're looking at the gigs. Is it a gig? Oh, it's got to be good if it's a gig. Damn, but it's going to take like 7 hours to download.
It's going to take all day.
Yeah. That was the worst when it took all day and it wasn't Jenna Jameson.
Yeah.
What do you do now? Man. Do I jerk off to this guy shitting?
Yeah. So, I mean, I thought that like,
got to make do.
That's all I got now. Yeah. That's why you had to download multiples just because you knew if you
but then that would slow your fucking bandwidth.
I know, it's true. Yeah.
Don't get greedy.
Yeah. Those were the days. So I guess in 2019, there's this thing called the Sovereign Internet Law, which I'm talking about, that requires internet service providers to install equipment that allows authorities to circumvent them, automatically block content the government has banned. But of course, everyone's fucking doing this. The VPNs are illegal over there. Social media apps, they store the information. So they've got everything. They're just out in the open about it. The U.S. has everything too, but they're just not out in the open like Russia is. So. He just has all full discretion to just nab anyone.
Terrible
for what's going on. Yeah.
Well, what can you do over there? You can't watch porn. You can't be gay. Like you just have to have
you drink vodka and you fight in the street over road rage incidents. That's what you do.
Lots of vodka,
from what I can tell.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's more, but I want to keep it short because I know we're running along. But Putin good. Is weaponizing porn. Is what he's doing.
Hell yeah. Okay. Well, guys, get your friggin' crypto wallets out because we're about to talk to Danny Manoloff, who is a altcoin expert. And we're going to get his take on what the next altcoin to blow is. Let's take it to the interview. Okay, welcome to the show, Danny Manoloff, who's a altcoin expert and the CEO of Rechain, and he's worked as a consultant launching a number of altcoins. And Danny seems to have a portfolio that's on fucking fire. So we're super stoked to have him on Hard Factor. Welcome to the show, Danny.
Thank you, man. I'm stoked to be on here for real.
Hey, man.
Yes,
it's good to have you.
We want to make money so bad, Danny.
Hey, I'll hook you up, man.
We need that cash. Okay, so first things first, altcoins, right? Dogecoin went nuts. Was an alt. I don't know if you'd call it an altcoin still today. Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. But it's been skyrocketing, mostly because of the Elon Musk tweet, right? But I would love to hear from you what you think is going to happen to Doge in the coming weeks. And also, like, how a coin like that becomes a Doge, like how a rando coin gets to a point where people are making 11,000x returns.
Yeah. So with Dogecoin, with what I've seen from it, I invested in that a long time ago and held on to it. And with Elon coming on Saturday, I believe he's on Saturday Night Live this weekend, right?
Right.
And
yes.
What I'm gonna say is you're gonna see a big dump before that, because it's going to bring a lot of stuff into the mainstream. People are going to be wanting to know what he's going to say and if he's going to drop the Doge name during his broadcast. And so you're going to see a lot of guys that hold a lot of big coin dump out to try and come in at a lower price point when everybody goes to jump. So you almost have that fear of missing out factor. And a lot of guys, that's what they do with these is, they collect and they get in early on a project and they hold on to it. And, at some point you end up becoming a whale. And when you're a whale, you can manipulate whatever price you want. You can enter, exit any kind of trade and kind of control that price point. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be a whale. I mean, we're fat, Danny, but being a whale.
Hey, man.
So you're saying just picking up the right altcoins before they blow up is how you really start big stacking people in the crypto world.
That's pretty much it. Get involved. You have these little sub underground places that not a lot of people know about. Or mainstream wise, you have your Telegram groups that a lot of these coins start off in. Telegram has bots that'll tell you the minute liquidity's been added to a token, which means that the token's now live. So if you have that bot, it'll register and say, hey, there's liquidity added, and you'll see a bunch of people rush over and start investing in that to try and hopefully get on that wave. And through there, you just meet, good people. I personally have met a bunch of people. One, that me and Pat, we talked about earlier, Starship. I mean, those guys, met them when it came out early. And if you look at the chart right now, Starship has just gone absolutely bananas. I mean, they're at 26 cents now and just rising. So
and that's an altcoin. So where can you, for people who, operate on the typical apps, where can you get these altcoins? Where can you, because I did look up on like Voyager earlier, Starship, noticed I could not get my hands on it. So how do you get your hands on those sweet altcoins?
Pancake Swap for BCS is a big one, and Uniswap if you're going to do Ethereum, right? So
I love
BCS
pancakes,
network.
so I'm going to Pancake Swap.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
it's gonna be hard to not pick Pancake Swap. Yeah,
the Pancake Swap one, it's a lot cheaper on BCS network. Your transaction fees are only going to cost you around like 34 cents. Where on Uniswap, you're going to be spending around $15 to $35 for a transaction.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, nice. So you have to do it on your computer. Can you do it on your phone?
You can do it on your phone. Yeah. I do everything on my phone. Right now, I currently have Trust Wallet. So you would go into Trust Wallet and you would add the little dApps menu. It's not hard to find. Normally with Trust Wallet, it doesn't have it already on there. You would just go in and type in dApps, add to Trust Wallet on the internet, and you click on the link. And when you do that, you can get into the Pancake Swap menu, and then you can swap traditional coins on the BCS network for any coin or any altcoin that's out there.
Oh, nice. So you just bring in, you just have to bring over your coins from your portfolio, and then you can buy altcoins with it. Nice.
So it'll automatically be added to your wallet. Yeah.
You want to reverse on the way out, right? You just switch it back over to the traditional coins, then you withdraw to your checking account or your savings account, and then you buy a car.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it sounds like I was trying to figure this out the other day with Safemoon, right? Like looking at Safemoon. Okay, so this was the buzz, and especially like if you don't know DOGE, what happened? Like it was a joke meme coin that
an
got
altcoin, right?
So it was an alt, but it got so hyped, right, that it now is it has a ton of value. People made a ton of cash on it, and you can buy it on the mainstream exchanges like Coinbase. So I was thinking like with the Safemoon thing, I was like, got to get to the mouth of the river here. Got to figure out, because if you go on Coinbase, right, and you look at when a coin is added to the mainstream exchanges, it's already worth a number of cents. Usually you missed out on the 0.00009 cents to 3 cents rush. That's the mouth of the river. How do you get there? Like, what's that game like? Are you playing that game all day long?
For the meme coins and things like that, it's completely built on the hype of what you can do. How much hype you can put into it, and the people running these, it's how much hype that they can continue to do. What I found out in the crypto world is 1 hour is the equivalent to 7 days to somebody. So if you say you're going to do something and it isn't done in an hour, they feel like they've been waiting a week. And if you wait a day, it's like you start getting message after message. And if you wait a week, it's like they've been doing this for a month. So these things, they come out very quickly. Smart contracts aren't hard to make. You just need to get in with a good developer. You guys can make your own. We can make you a hard factor one. If you want.
Danny, we've been
talking about this. Yes.
Also, NFTs. We've got a lot of NFT material.
Yeah. How do we tokenize our show? That's it. Because we right now we have a Patreon, right? So it's like this show is part of the free show. If you're a subscriber, you get bonus shows, and you're part of our inner circle of our community. Essentially, it's like, man, I'd love to just make that a tokenized system where you can own some hard factor, right? And then sell us, buy us, trade us.
Yeah.
You know, commoditize
We can do that.
us.
We should do that.
I can have the token built by the end of the week for you guys.
Oh yes, now we're talking. Danny's our guy. Yeah, we have to come up with a catchy name though. Like Come Rocket was the one that came out recently.
Yeah,
right?
I saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Come Rocket
Or
was out recently.
Bunny fucker, you know, all the
Yeah.
I told you.
It's gotta be catchy.
I mean, a catchy name goes a long way in these coins because
Yes.
like Starship,
Absolutely.
because like Starship is like I'm already sold. I don't even need to know. I'm going to Pancake Swap right
Well, let's
now.
talk-
What's
Like,
crazy about the
Why
Starship thing is, well, you know, it's got that Elon connection, right? So Starship X just took off, right? It just went off tonight, and having that Elon connection, Elon is he's the god of altcoins, right? I mean, Elon looked at something like Dogecoin and says, you know, we can make a meme that had absolutely no value be worth more than the US dollar at some point. I mean, that's crazy to think about, right? But that's the real world we live in now. You can sit at your computer and you can invent money and trade it, and it becomes a commodity at some point, even though the value is based on how much you're putting into it, how much effort you put into it.
So is
That's
that is
amazing.
so describing all the cryptocurrencies? I've tried to like sort of dumb it down. It's basically just like a investment consortium, kind of each one, where people are sort of buying in and investing in that currency, and that drives the value up. And that's
absolutely
essentially that's all it is, right? I mean,
yeah. So take Starship for what they're doing, or even Rechain. What we are they're deflationary tokens, right? And so a deflationary token, every time someone buys and spends it, a portion of the token's burned and disappears forever, and then a portion of it is spread across the rest of the users. So every time you hold the token, you get paid more.
Right.
So it benefits people who hold these things and they don't want to let them go, because it's like an airdrop every single time someone else makes a transaction. And then a portion of it goes to charities. For Retrain, we have it goes into what's called our reinvigoration wallet. So that way, when it comes back in, I can either put those back out into the community, or I can use those to fund projects. So I'm not having to ask people all the time to give me money to help build things. So like with Starship though, and what Safemoon did, Starship is essentially Safemoon, but instead of starting at 10 zeros, it started at 1 penny, right? And so you have a lot less overall number. And a portion of everything that gets burned doesn't go away into the ether. It goes and it flips into what's called locked liquidity. And on these altcoins, the liquidity is really what's important. So if you're trying to do research, look and see what the coin's liquidity is worth, not how much people are trading it in the volume, right? Volume helps, but liquidity is what raises that floor value up and up and up and up.
Basically cash on hand.
Yeah, I never got
for the currency.
I never got how it went up. So thank you. Because I was like, wow, this thing's trading. Why isn't it going up? It has 10 times the volume of another stock, but it's going down. Or this
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what makes Starship there, looking pretty good, right? Because of the way that's managed, and that your slice of the coin gets bigger and bigger the longer you hold it.
Right. And so like you said, with Starship, you see this build of liquidity every time a transaction occurs. What happens inside these smart contracts is the contract tells the token to swap itself into LP or wrapped BNB, so the actual base of it. And so 50% of that gets turned into the wrapped BNB, and the other 50% pairs up with the token, and then it goes into the liquidity and holds itself. So when deflationary tokens first started coming out, the idea was we'll make every transaction make a portion of it disappear. But at the end of the day, that wasn't doing anything really to build up the value. So when Safemoon did that, and they kind of were the pioneers of it, that was really where you saw, okay, this is what changes the game for these new altcoins coming out. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you can pump out an altcoin. I mean, you can pump these coins out, 10 times a day if you wanted to, if you had the team to do it.
Back to the Elon thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, back to the Elon thing. Pat, we were talking with someone recently about it, and you can if you're like in the know, or you have the tools, you can kind of see in the wallets like who owns a certain type of wallet. So you could be like, oh, that's Elon. He has this many. Do we know how much money Elon has in crypto? Isn't it possible that he has like Bill Gates has 135 billion. He's getting divorced for half that. Isn't it possible Elon has like $10 trillion, like because of all these altcoins and stuff? It's like infinite wealth, right?
It's possible because you actually don't really know what his wallet is, because the wallets are just a string of 28 numbers and letters together, right?
I bet it's gigantic and has a ton of receipts.
So there might be some crypto guys. Yeah, there might be some crypto guys that are like laughing at these billionaires, right? They could be worth significantly more than that.
Listen, when I first started doing this, I met like 18-year-olds that had a net worth that made me want to fucking throw up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, dude, you could buy and sell me any day of the week.
Buy
and
a
I'm like,
country.
how did you do this? Right.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that. So let's talk about that. So what's the game been like? Give us some war stories, because I want to know, like, what's been like some of the highs and lows in terms of like runs that you've seen, and then also what's your out strategy? Like, when do you say, okay, I'm leaving this coin?
So with when I first started getting into it, I got into meme coins, right? Mm-hmm. Because I thought they were funny, and I thought they're fun, and it's all about community. And but what I really started seeing with those was, if you aren't on this thing like 24 hours a day, if you're running the project, it can really go sideways quick if you don't have a game plan, because everybody wants to know what's next. And then the guys coming in. For me, I've had times where, I'll give you a funny story, man. I was on a high from, investing into a meme coin, and I had some extra ether, and I put 0.5 ether into a token called Pikachu. But I was drinking. I had a lot of shots, and
hell yeah,
I meant to get in and get out. Right, that's what I wanted to do, and I got in and I passed out. And I forgot that when I woke up in the morning, I didn't add the token to my wallet, so I didn't see it in there, and so I forgot about it for like a week and a half. And so at the time, 0.5 ether was like, I think it was like $1,300. Talking to one of the guys in the Telegram group about a week and a half later, he's like, hey, did you remember talking to me about investing in Pikachu? And I'm like, no, bro, I don't remember talking to you about anything. And he's like, do you still have it? And I'm like, I don't know. Let me check. I open up my wallet, add the Pikachu, and all of a sudden now I got like $11,000 in there from this
awesome.
Drunken mistake.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. It's a Pikachu.
It's crazy. Yeah, it did. So so then I'm like, okay, I got to pull it out. I get out. And then right after that, it shoots up again, right? And I'm like, shit.
That'll happen.
But, getting in on the wrong coin, though, it can go the exact same way. I've tried to jump in on a coin that I thought was rising. And then I ape all in, and all of a sudden, like, they dump on you, and you're like, shit, you lose.
Do they ever go to, like, completely disappear? Like, do some of these coins go to absolute zero? Some of them.
So there's in the altcoin thing, you'll see a lot, once people start getting into it, you'll hear the term rug pull a lot. This is a rug, it's a rug pull. And essentially what that is because you got to remember, a lot of these things are anonymous. You don't know who the developer is.
Right.
Sure. So once somebody has all the investment, they could just take it.
Yeah. So what they'll do,
never been planning to do anything with it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
On a rug pull, you'll see a guy, you'll get into a coin, it'll show it's got a ton of locked liquidity, but then you'll realize it wasn't locked. And then right as the investors are starting to pump it in, and now the token's got a $1.7 million market cap, all of a sudden you'll see the liquidity just disappear. And everybody's cut. And then I've been into it, in a Telegram chat where the Telegram chat disappears, the website disappears, Twitter disappears.
That's like Boiler Room,
right?
So
you can get burned in the altcoin game if you're not paying attention. You got to do your due diligence.
You have to. And so everything I'm saying, and I'm very clear, it's not financial advice at all. Right. But for like my token for Rechain, I'm fully what they call doxed, right? So if you go on my Rechain website, you see me. It's got my professional LinkedIn profile on there, because I want people to know, ours is more tech-based than token, but I want people to know that if you're investing in my product, you know where to come find me if something happens.
Danny's not pulling any fucking rugs out from under you.
I pull no rugs. I pull no rugs.
Well, Danny, there was that article about that guy. It was circulating earlier this week who is like, became a millionaire off Doge, right? Mm-hmm. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, I wonder how much he put in. I didn't read the article, but then I checked it out today, and the guy put $180,000 into Doge, which I was expecting. Ballsy. Like, hey, I put $6,000 into Dogecoin. I sold my car and put a Doge, but like you know,
Right.
he's like, this 27-year-old is now a millionaire. And it's like, but what 27-year-old has 180K lying around to put in a fucking altcoin? Apparently, this asshole. Is that normal? Like that my jaw hit the floor that some guy threw.
So is it normal? Yeah. Well, in sometimes, yeah, that's what we see. You call a whale. I have a 12-year-old son actually here. Look, stick your head in here. Say hi. Say hi.
Hello.
So
Up, whale.
buddy.
he bought his first cryptocurrency about what, buddy? Three days ago. He bought Starship. I convinced him to do it, right? Threw $50 into Starship 3 days ago. How much is it worth now, bud? $5,000.
Woo!
Excuse me?
God damn
Starship.
it. Where were you 3 days ago?
$50?
Jesus.
Wow, nice.
You got to remember,
play.
because you're getting
Nice
in on
play.
these things at like a penny, right?
Right.
So $50
Now it's 26
worth.
cents. or
Now it's 26 cents and going up.
Well, Danny,
And
I'm going to be
so-
on Pancake Swap.
Danny,
now,
you got to
for sure.
DM us. You got to DM us like some
Yeah.
tips because
Danny,
I obviously we're not
I wanna
expecting
be
all
your
of them to hit.
crypto
but,
guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Danny, you're in, bro. You're in.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Danny,
I got $50 all day.
Yeah, I would have thrown $1 grand on that. I would have been retired. Danny, how did you know? How did you I know you said that you're in the Telegram and all that kind of stuff, but what is obviously we're not going to be able to spend all day looking at this shit. We're not going to be able to do this. What for guys like us who maybe want to throw, for us it's kind of gambling, right? It's going to be we throw $500 in, we throw $200 in, whatever it is. What are the the top 3 indicators that you can tell our listeners and us to look for these coins that are about to fucking explode, like Starship, like Doge? Obviously Elon was the Doge thing, but Starship, how did you know?
Safemoon, yeah.
So yeah, Safemoon.
Yeah.
So how did I know? Well, so I help a lot of guys in a lot of these projects have ended up reaching out to me to help them make their project better, right?
You get a little advanced notice because you're working on it with them.
Okay.
I do. The easiest way is to have somebody who, like me, I can
Have a Danny. Yeah.
I'm your guy.
All right, we got you.
Very good.
All right.
But,
Well, fuck
but
everyone else
other-
then. Sorry.
other-
Join the
other than
Discord.
that, you want to make sure that that the token that you're investing in, that the liquidity is locked, and you can check it out. You can go to Unicrypt or Trust Swap, one of those 2 websites that show that it's locked. For me, for Rechain, our liquidity is locked for 25 years. I can't touch it. I locked it up personally. So whatever value is built in that company for the next 25 years, it's going to stay strong like that, right?
Wow, nice.
The other thing that you want to do is if it's a locked liquidity and it's an anonymous guy who made the token, you want to make sure that he gave up his ownership, and they'll announce it and they can show there's a transaction, because everything that happens in blockchain and everything that happens with an altcoin, all trades, everything, it's stamped on. You can check out on BSC Scan or ETH Explorer.
So if you've given up ownership, is that kind of like an open source currency then at that point?
Yeah. So then that's so 99% of your meme tokens are community owned tokens, meaning that the dev started it. The developer, he has his share, but then he gives up ownership of that, meaning that he can't get into the main wallet anymore. That is dispensing these, and it kind of runs on its own. And that's the greatest thing about it is decentralized finance has really taught me that I've been getting butt fucked by banks for my entire life, and I'm tired of it. You know what I mean?
So is that really the motivation for some of these developers? If they, or the owners, if they sell their shares, just basically to keep the crypto world going?
Well, so if you sell a huge, so say you guys, we get you in Starship tonight, right? Say I'm like, all right, let's do this. And you buy, you ape in, you buy 10 grand of it, right? If you turn around after it goes up 10 cents and you sell that 10 grand, you're going to put a big dent in the price, and you're going to create what's called a fear and panic sale.
Right.
And everyone will start selling.
Yep.
So
been involved in those.
Yeah. So if you got a developer, right? That's the ones you always end up getting in.
Yeah.
But that's what you want to make sure is that the developer doesn't have control of the main overall wallet anymore, that he can't just sell everything in there. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So, and then the last one is, just the what's called tokenomics, man. Make sure that the tokenomics of the coin makes sense. What does a token do? Right. So like Safemoon and Starship and Rechain, all of ours go back into locked liquidity. And so if you see one that doesn't do that, or if you see that, 10% goes to this weird fund in a weird wallet, I'd stay away from that one.
Right. You want the cash to be staying in.
You want to come back in.
The crypto, you want the value to be building in the coin.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nice,
yeah.
Danny. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
man.
Incredible, Danny.
Your next bet is Starship. How long do you think that's going to go? It's on an upward run. It's still time to get in.
It's on an upward run. I would, to be honest with you, I would get in tonight. If you don't, because tomorrow there's always things that are in the works when you start to work with some of these guys. And I know that they have some really big things planned on Starship. I can tell you right now, if you look at 26 cents and go, I'll wait till it goes down, it's going to be 50 cents later tonight. And I mean, by the end of this week, I can guarantee you it'll be at $1. Guaranteed.
Hey, that's a
quadruple.
Guaranteed.
Financial advice.
I can't stop smiling.
Remember, it's not financial advice.
No.
I guarantee because I'm crazy.
But Danny, you explaining how the coins work and the altcoins in particular is very. I think it's very useful for anybody who's confused about cryptocurrency, which is probably most people.
Yeah, exactly. And that, to be honest with you, as you guys, as we get to know each other, as I'm hooking you up with some good tokens, you'll see that was the reason why I started the Rechain project and what it does. I did it because I wanted to show my kids and my mom and everybody how to use crypto, and they don't understand it. And what Rechain does is it brings in all the stuff that you were talking about. How I went on this website, but I couldn't find out. You were on Voyager, right?
Yeah.
And what Rechain does is it brings everything to one platform.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you go on this one platform, you can access Voyager, you can access PancakeSwap, Uniswap, everything from this one area. And you don't have to worry about opening up 18 different pages and figuring out how to do these things anymore.
That's gonna add a lot of people into the crypto world. Yeah,
it is, man. I'm hoping so. Hoping so. Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that was awesome, Danny. Come back and visit us again. We love having you
anytime, man. I'd love.
And where can people follow you at?
You can follow me. I have Instagram. I think it's Rechain CEO, or no, that's my Twitter. I just started getting all these new things, man. I wasn't normally a big social media guy before this, and now. It's a Rechain CEO on Instagram and CEO Rechain on Twitter. Nice. You can go to our website at rechain.finance. That's my Rechain website there. You can go and I'm on the Starship website, star-ship.com, I believe. But yeah, those are a couple places, but my Twitter and my Instagram are probably the two biggest ones that hit me up on.
Oh yeah. Nice. Well, thanks for coming on, Danny. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it, man.
Thanks,
Had a blast.
Dan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. I'm ready to get fucking rich, boys.
Yes.
Starship to the moon. Guys, that's going to do it for Hard Factor. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thanks to Danny for coming on the show. Thank you guys to the patrons in the Hardo Hive. If you want to check out our Patreon, it is patreon.com/Hard Factor. There are 2 bonus episodes every week, the Hive Hour and Florida Man Friday, as well as our Discord chat, which if you are in, then you heard about Starship a little bit early. Nice work, Discord boys and girls, for getting in on the upswing. And I'm pretty stoked about this. Pub trivia, right? Haven't been to pubs as of late. I love trivia. I'm a trivia freak, trivia master, some would say. Mark and I, 2 pop culture guys on this show. Here's the situation. If you're a member of our Patreon in the top 2 tiers, right? You get access to our monthly happy hour, right? Top tier. Sorry, just top tier. You get access to our monthly happy hour, and this month, May 21, we're going to be doing team bar trivia.
Yes,
virtually. It's going to be awesome. Straight on competition. I can't wait. Come challenge us. Check out the Patreon. Most importantly, guys, have a great fucking day.